Hey everyone, thanks for attending day 2 of the 5-day real estate lead challenge. I'm Jason Christiansen.
I'm Nikki Christiansen. Glad to see you back today.
Welcome back. All right, so we're very happy to have you here. Today we're going to be talking about lead magnets and sales funnels, and we're going to be going through probably one of my favorite days. Traffic's really fun too, but that's on day 5. That's how we generate all the traffic coming into our lead funnels. But this is absolutely necessary in order to start utilizing and creating these lead magnets and building these sales funnels that we're going to be talking about. So let's get started. So I'm going to jump into our slide deck. Okay, here we are in our slide deck, and we're going to get all started here. So yesterday, little recap for us. We talked about SSP. So you need to have a strategy. You need to have a system on that strategy and a plan of action to know exactly what to do. This is that whole magic cube idea here. And if you do this, you can generate consistent, reliable results. So, it's making sure that these are the hard things to do. But once these are put in place, these strategies and systems, they can run on autopilot. It's kind of that whole thing that we've all heard is set it and forget it, right? That's what we're really looking at here. So that leads us into the C3 method, Hub Automation Engagement. And from Hub Automation Engagement, we have the F5, the right website, targeted traffic, lead generation, follow through, happy client, rinse and repeat. So that's a little recap on day 1. If you haven't watched day 1, please go back and watch it. It's a fairly short video, and it really kind of goes through the strategy of these next several days.
Well, what's coming up in these next several days is really the plan. So we're going to walk you through some plans. Can always change, but you always go back to your strategies and systems. But we're going to walk through plans on how to implement these things.
All right, lead magnets and funnels.
Woohoo! A lead magnet. What is a lead magnet? It's kind of a term that's in that marketers use more often, but it's becoming more and more prominent in just people who run their own businesses.
Absolutely. So a lead magnet is something of value that you can entice someone for their name and email address. So a free report, a webinar, a 5-day challenge.
Just like this.
But people refer to this as bait. So you're not going to catch any fish if you don't have any bait. So you need to have the right lead magnet. Now, fortunately for real estate, lead magnets for realtors are very simple, and we're going to show you exactly our favorite ones to use today.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of them for sure. So you might remember this from yesterday. We went over briefly of what is a sales funnel. And the start of a sales funnel is that lead magnet. But if you remember, a sales funnel is what gets a new prospect to take action and they can turn into a customer or a client. It helps them go through a series of actions and allows you to market to anybody, put them into your funnel, and generate sales.
Right. So why should you use a funnel? Because it gets people to know us and eventually turn into clients. The who, what, when, where, when, and why aspects of it. So that's great definition, but let's cut through all the BS. A sales funnel, they work. It's not a typical website. It is a page developed for a certain niche, a certain type of ideal prospect that allows you to move them through a sales process all online using digital marketing.
Right, exactly. It's like that targeted traffic that we talked about. So we always say you need to know who your ideal client, who your ideal customer is to be able to know what's the right lead magnet for them, right?
Absolutely. So, we always say you really need to create a list of all of your ideal customers. You want to, create a list of, your dream 100 and ask yourself, where are these people hanging out? What Facebook groups do they belong in? So once you understand where your customers are, it's much easier to target them with that right lead magnet. So it's kind of that whole thing is like if you're in a certain zip code or a certain HOA area, if you target those groups on Facebook, then you're able to put that message in front of that ideal community, which is your ideal customers inside that area there. So where are these people hanging out? Where are they on LinkedIn? Where are they on Facebook? Where are they, what other, social channels you're currently using?
Yet what blogs might they read? Just really being able to identify who is that target market, what do they like to do, what are their interests, and that'll help you find them online.
Yeah. So we talked about this yesterday, but the whole funnel aspect is you bring them through the learn phase. So you have to attract them. That's what the lead magnet does. The capture, which is lead generation, the nurture phase, and then the close phase. And again, this is kind of, just a recap, but it's very important to understand the philosophy. You got the traffic, you got the landing page, you get your lead magnet. It sits on that landing page. You have the payoff is what you promise to give them. You have the indoctrination, which is a series of nurture emails, and from which you have your digital engagement. So that's how all this stuff works. But let's take a look how this works in real life.
So there's a series of steps in order for you to get people into your funnel. We're going to kind of review what that looks like with some examples. So step one, social media posts to draw your traffic. Like we said, find out where they're hanging out. And from there, create a post that you believe will draw them in and put that onto social media on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. The process will be a little different for each one, but your message can still be the same. So like here, you can see this is a sample Facebook post, a coming soon type of ad to attract people for maybe a particular area. You can see hashtags in there. You can craft it so that it will speak to the appropriate person.
Yep. So then once you have your post, you upload this to, let's say, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Next is you send it to the landing page. So the landing page, this is where your lead magnet, your offer sits. So this lead magnet, we call this an exclusive list lead magnet. So with being in real estate, it's very simple. Buyers want to beat other buyers and get a good deal on the house, and sellers want to sell their home fast for top dollar, right? That's really what they want. So the exclusive list is one of the best lead magnets we've ever deployed. So this one here is getting an exclusive list of amazing homes currently available in Parker. So
now the key on that is, what Jason said, send them to the landing page. I don't know how many times we see real estate ads online that say, have a new house coming soon, or, or this new listing, or get a list, but there's no links. There's no call to action. You've got to link it to something, link it to a landing page.
Yep. This is a sales funnel page. You bring them directly through here, and that way you can control what they see here. So you take them from that Facebook, that LinkedIn, whatever, send to the landing page. And then if they say, yes, send me the list, then you can add it to a smart nurture follow-up system. So basically it's going to automatically send them anywhere from 3, 6, 9, 12 emails, depending on how many you have in your system, if you're using a smart nurture system. And I'm going to share with you my favorite ones out there. But this allows you to stay top of mind. And then on top of that, in the email is you're going to send them directly to the payoff page, and as well send them to the payoff page in your nurture sequence.
Right. So this is that automation piece we've been talking about.
Yep.
Right.
So kind of here, this is how kind of the nurture sequence kind of works. You have your offer up on top, and then you have your landing page. That's what we just looked at. Then email 1 goes out, email 2, email 3, email 4, email 5, email 6. And it could end at 6. 6 is a good number. We have found that works really well. I find, minimum of 4 up to about 12. And then basically what they do, then it moves them into the engagement phase. So this is another list inside your nurture sequence. And then basically, there's a little reminder here. We find that by sending a minimum of 2 videos a month, it only takes you about 15 minutes a month to shoot them and send them out to your group. It's a great way to send them in digital engagement. So a little sample here of 6 ideas. Thanks for signing up. Here's it's going to be some really cool information about us. 2 is indoctrination. It's indoctrinating them about who you are, how you're able to help them, and really kind of build some credibility with what you're doing there. 3 is testimonials. These are some raving fans of what we're doing. 4 could be objections to top questions that everyone's having. Like, should I put my house on the market this spring? With the all kinds of different little things that really kind of focuses on your expertise. 5 is, do you need a referral? So you're establishing goodwill. Do you what it might be? Do you need new windows? Do you need a roofer? All these different things. And then just let them know is the key to these nurture sequences is constantly give good stuff. So serve them, and you'll find that these nurture campaigns do really well.
Yeah, it sometimes can take a little thought in getting your right message out there. That's what we're here to help you do. But again, it's that automation though. Set it and forget it. Sometimes you might need a little tweak, but once you get them going, every time you get a lead through that top of that funnel, they're going to be sent that email sequence, and that's going to increase your conversion.
Kind of set it and forget it. And then like up on top, you can even go more advanced. Some people need to, some people don't. This is what's called a smart funnel. Do they engage in your emails? And if they do, move them forward. If they don't, repeat email 1, repeat the emails that they don't go into. Now, there's a lot of reasons why you're going to want to use a smart funnel system. Primarily, neighborhood marketing is going to be one of the biggest ones. So if they click on, let's say, 80127, certain zip code, it's going to then send them into a sub list of 80127. But we're going to be talking a little bit more about that tomorrow when we're talking about digital engagement and nurture sequences.
Your database, yeah. So let's show them some of the best lead magnets that we've used, things that our clients have used, that we've helped to set up, and that can work for you, again, depending on your ideal client and target market, where you work in. So we got quite a few examples here.
Yeah, these are great showcases of what's really working out there. So this is a just listed, just sold, or an open house funnel. So basically it all starts here with the ad, the lead magnet. So this is an organic post, or it could be a paid post, but most of the time, 80% of the time, it's an organic post. If you don't know what I mean by that, it just simply means you're not paying for that post. It's on your social media wall. Okay. When they click on it, a lot of times I see people, they don't do anything. They just post an ad. Well, from just listed, just sold, open house, it should go to a full property page. So I would recommend don't add this directly to Zillow, because all of your competition is directly there. So this is a social media post. Now, when you go on here, on the bottom of a single property website, you have a way to get in touch. So it adds a contact piece of information right there. So here's a just listed lead funnel. This is a little bit different. This is one where you're putting a gatekeeper on the front end here, but you've got the ad, and then you're saying just listed, and you've got the description of the house, 4 bedroom, 3 bath, and then you're asking for name, email. Sometimes you're gonna ask for name, email, phone. I recommend, from testing and doing everything that we've tested, name and email on that first date is really what you should be looking at, because the more information you ask, the less leads you're going to generate. And again, it sends it to a single property website. Now, I want to make note here is many, many years ago, Nikki and I started singlepropertywebsites.com. So we have seen a lot of data go through our servers on what's working and what's not. And that's how we're able to show you what's going on from firsthand experience and knowledge of people building these, people sending them out through the social networks, and actually generating leads from this.
And especially now in this day and age, it's the perfect virtual open house.
Mm-hmm. And another way that we're seeing things that work pretty well is QR marketing, a QR code marketing by doing stuff like this. So here's another just example of this is a Facebook post. It looks like, just listed. And this example here, there's no call to action. There's no
link.
There's no link. So, if you look at back here, you send it with a link. It then goes to the sales funnel, and then once you got the information, it goes to the SPW, or it just goes directly from the ad directly to more information. Here's another one. Again, there you'll see the link. So just listed, and you link on it. It's going to go to a property page specifically for that. There's virtual open houses. So kind of the same idea. Another ad, these are virtual open houses. This was actually the spring here that I've taken all these screenshots of seeing what people are doing, what they're not doing, and kind of how to perfect the marketing. So moves it to a property listing page. So in my opinion, now we didn't really talk about this, but a landing page typically has no header and no footer. And that's what makes it a landing page. So there's no way to get distracted, because nobody ever gets distracted online, right? Not at all. So, you're taking away the header and the footer, and it's the sole purpose of that page is to serve just one property. All right, number 2.
So another great lead magnet is an exclusive list funnel. And so you'll see on here, this is where let's say you work a particular area and you want to attract people who, let's say for this example, I think it says Parker. So you can create that ad to attract your target market in the Parker area and promise them an exclusive list of, amazing homes under $500,000 or whatever, that target market. It could be $1 million homes, whatever it might be, homes with a pool. I don't know.
Yeah. So I've actually, at the end of this, I've got 33 of these headlines that are killing it out there. But if you look at the flow, ad, landing page to the promise payoff page. So next, so here's just a little bit bigger version of it, get exclusive list of, click here. Let's see here, click here to get a complete access of the exclusive list. You got the little privacy piece on the bottom, name, email, phone. It then sends it directly to exactly what they're looking for. So if they're looking for exclusive list of Parker homes under 500,000, do not send them Douglas County homes or price range. You're going to lose all credibility. So if you promise them something, so back when the screenshot was taken, there was 251 homes in Parker, Colorado, under $500,000.
Right. Now this example, there's a number of ways you can use it, and we're going to talk a little more about it. But this obviously is a shot of somebody with IDX built into their website, so they're able to create that exclusive list.
Yeah. Now you don't actually have to have IDX. We're going to talk about IDX tomorrow. Should you have it? Shouldn't you have it? Times have changed. They really have changed. So, but depending on what you're doing, on how you're using bait, is again we'll talk about that more. So we've got a CMA funnel, the seller's funnel. So we've got the bait piece, the ad, right? The post. It then goes to a CMA landing page. It will go to a thank you for filling out the CMA, and then it will then get redirected to a redirect. So this example here is, how much is your Parker home worth? So let's show you here. How much is your Parker home worth? It just takes a few seconds to get this free home value report. So this actually goes through and this one's been coded as a multi-step. So it asks like 10 pieces of information, but they start with a zip code and they go on through. And then at the very end, they put in their name, email address. And then it gets sent to the thank you part of the funnel. So thank you for submitting your information. So we're going to prepare a customized CMA. So this is really up to you guys, but there's a lot of automated CMAs out there. There's the Zestimate and all the rubbish that's really out there with that. But we have found that the personal touch by really creating a personalized CMA is working much better than an automated one that's going out there on the marketplace.
That personalized touch.
And then this next piece, it was really fantastic because it's just an extra little credibility, and it's a great way to build rapport with your digital customer. Is it then sent to a specific list of other properties that matched the area. So what we were doing was, let's see here, how much is your Parker home worth? And then we sent it to a page to other Parker properties currently on the market. So then they can start looking at this. So the next funnel is the sold list funnel.
So again, it's kind of that exclusive list, but this is for sold. So you can, again, the ad, want to see a list of homes recently sold in your area, whatever, and send it again to the landing page, generate that lead. And then again, with the right system, you can then send them that exclusive sold list. And I know there's a number of ways you can generate a sold list.
Yeah. So here's a little better version of the landing page. Get exclusive list of homes that recently sold in Parker. So from there, it gets redirected to sold properties in Parker. So now they can do a search from there. So this one might not be the best funnel today, but we will come out of this, and open houses will be a thing again. And this has always been one of the best producing funnels because before people are truly ready to start looking at properties, a lot of people start with open houses. So it starts with a social post. From the social post, it goes to get an exclusive list of upcoming open houses because people want this information. From there it goes to the thank you page, and the thank you page goes to the property specific post. So here's get your exclusive list. Great. Here's your list. So you're giving them exactly what you told them you were going to do. And then you're going to send it to, there's 8 results found for upcoming open houses. So that can work really well. Now, if you remember what we talked about, that nurture sequence, you don't have to do a nurture sequence. You should at least have a one-off nurture sequence piece put in there, because really it's all about creating a relationship. It's creating this experience with these people that you're able to help them with this process. So that's kind of what some of the stuff is, just bringing them through. And for your homework today, we're going to be bringing you through and having you build some a handful of really effective lead magnets to sales funnels that can be deployed today. So, all right, next, what we have is, here's just some lead magnets. Now, you don't have to write these down. I have a PDF for you that you can get all the stuff, but these are lead magnets that are converting like crazy. So let me just pick a few of them here. Do you know the value of your home? We do. It just takes 30 seconds to find out. So there's your headline. Looking to sell? We can help. Best Parker homes available. So you can kind of see the top 10, this could be Lakewood ranch homes between $500,000 and $600,000. The more niche sometimes you go, the better you're going to find the lead volume in those. So here is another bunch of them. Homes for sale in walking distance of
wherever.
the bar.
Right. And sometimes you can even do, fun things. Number 28, 7 fun facts about living in Highlands Ranch or whatever area. Like something that's a little more, that might be a little more of a broad range that you could put out there. And like Jason said, probably the more niche and specific you get, you actually might draw more people that might actually be closer to buying or selling.
Yeah.
So.
And then the third, the third page of this, and whatever else you can think of. And here's why real estate lead magnets, these type of lead magnets, are incredibly effective. And you don't have to write these PDF books and all these, a buyer's book and a seller's book, and do those work? They do, but they don't work nearly as well as these types of lead magnets today. Did they work 10 years ago? Without doubt. So today, these kind of lead magnets are working best. So to get your list, you're going to go to go.3imc.com/33. All right. Now you're going to kind of see, you're going to be walked through the whole process. So this is our landing page. Revealed top 33 landing page headlines that convert like crazy. Swipe and deploy. So this is our landing page. We've been using this one for probably 5 or 6 years. Mm-hmm. And this generates leads for us every week consistently without fail. So you're going to kind of see all this, and you'll even see what a nurture sequence kind of looks like as well. And one thing that I want you to understand, when you're building smart technology, is, people fear sometimes. It's like, oh, I don't want to give you my name, my email address. Well, I don't believe in high pressure sales. Most of my customers don't believe in high pressure sales. If you're using the right technology, what's going to happen is, if you help people, truly help people, give them the information you want, respect them, that your system's going to automatically touch them. And when they're ready to do business with you, they're going to raise your hand and say, hey, can you help me? And then all you have to do is say yes. So by all means, if you put your information here, I'm not going to call you. I'm going to let the system take care of that. And that's what we're showing people, is how to use digital technology to go out there and build this relationship, provide value, provide trust, and go through there and deliver and serve good information. And I get this question all the time, and it's not really a place to put it, but I do want to talk about it, is when you're building the list, you're going to get unsubscribes. And they are fantastic, because they're probably never going to do business with you anyway. So it's keeping that list a very good list and constantly sending them good stuff. This is all what we're talking about. And the more bait you can put in the water, the more lines, the more leads you can generate. And most of all this is free traffic.
Sure. One last thing to say on this is, you're probably going to have to test different lead magnets, different titles and headlines to find what is going to attract your target market. So it is kind of a testing process to go through. And when you find one that really works, that really converts, that's awesome. Like I said, our 33 landing pages works well for us. So it takes some testing, but when you find something, it's like a faucet. You can turn on and off. Yeah.
Well, this site has been through many redesigns as well, that landing page. So it is constantly tweaking. So other lead magnets we have used. So this is for the real estate industry, but ebooks, so home buyer's guide, home seller's guide. Webinars are working incredibly well. First time home buyers webinar. You can also do a, first time home buyers seminar. We're seeing a lot of people that used to run a lot of live events using a landing page to capture people's information and then send them, the date and time and all that.
Yeah. And maybe not so much right now, but there's also downloadable PDFs and guides. Again, those could be buyer's guides, seller's guides, checklists, white papers. Some of these things, they can work, but there's so much information out there on the internet nowadays that we're finding some more specific things sometimes work better.
Yeah. And it kind of really depends on you. So I've got customers who are, they're more analytical. So they want to have more facts, right? So they probably seek out more people like them that want more information. So I've seen a lot of very detailed market reports, more downloadable guides, that kind of stuff. And then other people's like, okay, well, this is my marketing plan. So, and we've seen, digital marketing plans, video marketing plans, all this stuff. But before they are able to get the information, they are saying, hey, let's make a trade. Let's take your name and email address, and then I'll give you what I have of value. So, and some people don't feel good about that, but the bottom line is we are in the lead business. This is a lead challenge, and we have to go out there and serve our community and give good quality information in exchange for their information. And at some point, if we do our job right, we're going to be able to create that relationship, and they're going to say, hey, can you help me? And that's really what a lot of this is. All right. So tonight's homework, we're going to go through and we're going to actually really start getting into the software. We're going to actually build lead magnets and sales funnels. So some of you went ahead yesterday and got the software. Again, you don't have to use our software. We've just made the software to make it where within minutes you can literally create these landing pages and deploy them within seconds. So it's so simple. But again, we're giving you a complete 14-day test drive on the software. So to get the software, go to go.3imc.com/Sam. And once you have the software, you're going to follow the video and you will have these sales funnels built for the next day challenge.
For sure. Easy to do. So go and get it.
Yep. And so tomorrow is going to be day 3, and we're going to go through and we're going to be talking about how to be top of mind and how to be the trusted expert authority. All right. So we're back on the big screen. But we're really happy to have you here. Hopefully you're getting a lot out of this. Learning about strategy. We talked about lead magnets and sales funnels, and how by having a lead magnet and sales funnel can really help generate leads for your business. So we're going to see you tomorrow. Again, we're going to be talking about how to be top of mind and the trusted expert authority. I'm Jason Christiansen.
I'm Nikki Christiansen. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.